Hey guys, it's Derek, and today I thought I'd bring you another Redstone tutorial. On this one, I'm going to teach you a little bit about gates, and then a little bit about timing over there. This first one, it's probably the most complicated one today. It's called an XOR gate. XO, yeah, I think that's what's called, XOR. And basically, you can't just it's really hard to explain this, but it's just discovered, and it's on the Redstone wiki. So basically, you just plop this in. You got the little kind of T thing there with torch, 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 2 redstone on top, redstone, 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 block, block, torch, torch, and then here's your output. And your 2 inputs are into this block and this block, and the output is on whenever the inputs are different. See, if I turn this one on, so this input's on, this input's off. So that means that the output is on. But if I go in, like this is really useful. Of course, you have this all buried underneath your house, but once you go in your house, then you push this switch, so now both inputs are on, and the output is off. So this is actually really useful. I've used this many times. This is an AND gate, and it's basically the output is on when both inputs are on. So it's pretty simple. It's just torch on top of 3 blocks, and then this one right in front, and a redstone in the middle. And again, the 2 inputs are into the left and right block, and then your output. So see, I turn one on, and that turns this torch off. And but then this torch is still on, which is keeping this torch off, which is the output. So I have to turn both of these torches off before this torch will turn on, because it's not being powered anymore, and it'll send it through the output. This one I showed in an earlier episode. It's just an inverter. This is pretty useful if you've got everything wired up, but you need for some reason the signal to be on to start, and then you turn it off. You could just, let's say, have the switch just flicked already in the on state, but this is nicer, I think. So you turn the torch off, thing goes off, turn the input on, turn the input off, that goes on, turn the input on, that goes off. This is a repeater. Again, I covered it not really that well in another episode. Basically, the input, well, this is a repeater, so it just goes right through. Each tick on the repeater is 1 millisecond, so that's 1 millisecond right when you place it. That's 2, that's 3, that's 4, and then it goes back to 1. Also, you can see the arrow on it. That's the only direction the current will go. This is your input, that's your output. Also, one thing that I kind of learned is it'll go, like, it has to be directly into the back of it, but it can go into the side of a redstone line when on the output. So, yeah, that's a repeater. This is a clock. It's basically if you want the signal to keep repeating over and over again. See, I've got 2 inputs here and an output. But the thing with the button is it holds the signal for too long. So see, it goes here, and okay, so it goes to the output, but then it also goes back here and carries the signal all the way around, and then it goes back in here and then back to the output. But see, if I want the button to work, this is how you reset it. You just let the signal run out. I'd have to slow it down. I think that might be enough. It's another 4 milliseconds slower. No, that's still not enough. Yeah, see, the button is not the most efficient way to use a clock. Yeah, if this doesn't work, I'll just show you a lever. Yeah, see, but that makes it also really slow. Like, to make a button work, you have to slow the clock down quite a bit. So what you want to do is whoops. Just get it on the lowest setting. And what I'd like to use for an input is a switch, but you just flick it on and off really quick. So the signal just travels around super fast, and that's how you get the door to do that. This is a little bit about timing. I've used this in some of my creations. It's basically, actually I've used timing in all of my creations. But so I want a 2-second delay between each, or 2 millisecond between each of these. So I push the button, and the signal goes over here, and after 2 seconds, it pushes this piston, and after 4 seconds, or milliseconds, it pushes this one, and this one, see, that's 4 plus 2, so 6 milliseconds, it pushes this one, and this one's 4 plus 4, that's 8 milliseconds, it pushes that one. This one is 4 plus 4 plus 2, so that's 10 milliseconds, or 1 second, and it pushes this one. And it works the same way going down. Like, it takes that long for the signal to go through, but it also holds the signal for that long. So I thought that was pretty cool when I discovered it. Well, that's all for today, and see you guys in another episode.